Leading with purpose means building a solid foundation and continuously improving upon it. Our cardiology program is a prime example of this commitment. Let's hear from Dr. Lindsay Trutter about how we've become a lifeline for heart attack patients across the island, like Mr. Sullivan from Kailua Kona.
I go to the gym every morning about 6 or 6:30. One morning, I was working out and I started to feel uncomfortable. And it wasn't chest pain. That was still uncomfortable, but it was jaw pain and it was fierce. So as soon as I got home, I parked the car in the garage, I got on the internet, put in my symptoms, and it literally said call 911. The lady that took the call listened to my symptoms and said, you're having an episode, probably a heart attack. Do you have any baby aspirin? Take half a dozen, chew them up. Ambulance was there in about 12 minutes. They came in, put a cuff on me and said, let's take you up to Kona Hospital emergency room. So we went up there, it took about 15 minutes to get up there. Walked into the emergency room. The doctor on call took one look at me and said, take him to Hilo. We don't have a cardiac unit here and he's obviously having a heart attack. By that time, a small plane was there to get me over to Hilo. Got into the Hilo airport about 30 minutes later. I'm in the ambulance. I'm at Dr. Trutter's door in about 5 more minutes. And from start to finish was just about 90 minutes, maybe just a little over 90 minutes.
We took him directly to the cardiac cath lab, and he was found to have 100% blockage of his right coronary artery. It was actually quite a tough case. I do remember. We spent quite a lot of time together that day. But with technology that we have here, we were able to remove some of the clot that had formed, open up the artery, modify the artery, and get an excellent result. Actually went from 100% blockage down to 0% blockage.
Amazing.
From no flow to what we call TEMI 3 flow, or robust normal flow.
I was amazed at Dr. Trutter and her team. They had me in there and on the table, working like a well-oiled machine. 8 or 9 people in that room just moving as swiftly as I could possibly imagine. Kept me awake and talked me through the whole procedure, told me what artery she was in, where the blockages were, and ended up that day putting 5 stents in. The incredible thing about this is the only reason I had to stay in a hospital overnight is because I lived in Kona. Otherwise, I could have been home. I was back in the gym the next morning, working out, and my normal routine. And I'm like, I can't believe this just happened to me. But I felt better than I had in years. I was tired, didn't know why. But once that procedure took place, I just felt great. And so 3 weeks later, I come over and she goes back in, puts 4 more stents in. My response to that was, is this a record? And she said, well, not quite, but getting close.
Before, we could only take very, very serious heart attacks. Working to get other minor heart attacks to our system, we've gotten a lot faster. And we really have our coordinators here to thank, our EMS. So someone who's having a heart attack doesn't have to wait hours and hours and hours before they get an intervention. We can do many things at this hospital that hospitals twice our size are not able to do from a cardiac interventional perspective. So we're very lucky to have all of this, and I'm very happy that we get to offer that to our patients.
I can't praise them enough. There's no words that can express my feelings about how I was treated. It was remarkable. It was a real experience to have the heart attack in the first place. But as Dr. Trutter was working on me and the whole staff was working their miracles in there, I'm thinking to myself, that's not a problem. What I'm experiencing now is the best of all worlds. And I just thought, my gosh, I am so fortunate. I think to myself, I'm not really 80 years old, am I? But I am.
Yeah.
And thanks to you, I'm still here.
Oh, I'm so glad, yeah.
Mr. Sullivan reminds us of the profound impact our work has on our island ohana. This shared responsibility inspires us to deliver our best care every day.